Hello, and welcome to part 2 of Povop City. Now, last time I did forget to change the name, so I am going to do that now. But now we have a few things to look at. The most important one is the fact that we were in so much debt that I don't even want to have the game playing right now. Currently, the only option to solve it is to lower the budget of everything. And what else I'm actually going to do is take out a small loan right now and just build a ton of roads. Because, again, we're not going to have money and we're going to need to make it back somehow. And that way is going to be through taxes. So I definitely want to look into building an industry because that is something we do not currently have. Now it seems like the only option for where to build it is going to be over here because of how the wind is flowing. And there we go. That is all of our industrial zoned in. Now, I don't really want to build more than that as far as industrial, and I do think we are at a closable gap now. Now, I think if we just, I think we've cut everything we can already, so I guess maybe a little more tax on the industries that we have a ton of demand for. Now, of course, I do want to continue developing our residential area and growing our population. And there we go. There should be plenty to have a lot of population increase. So now I am just going to continue to zone in. And there we go. We've unlocked the UK medium petrol station. Now, I do think I am going to hold off on building this just because we already have a gas station over here. And now I would like to look into building more businesses. And worth mentioning, we are back into the positive and are actually making money. And now we have actually unlocked the UK large gas station. Again, I am going to hold off on building it. Now we have placed down a ton of housing and commercial, especially along this street. But I do think we might want to look into putting the Heath pub over here. I do think it would fit in pretty well, as it is on a corner, and I think it fits the whole design of the city too. But it does have a bit of a bad slope going on, so I think instead we could put it over here. And that's a little better. Also, I think it makes a little more sense that it's not on the intersection of two larger streets. Now, I do still want to put regular commercial in this area. Demand for everything except residential low density and industrial has pretty much stopped. And speaking of industrial, a lot of it has built in. And I think it makes sense to look towards expanding it to create jobs and hopefully promote more people to want to move in. Now, some of our row housing is leveling up and becoming much larger as far as visually, but isn't necessarily getting more people to move in, but I am assuming this will change. Now, again, even adding those few factories, not that I expected it to do a ton, but not much more demand has come in yet. Now, I also do not want to buy a tile over here, because eventually we are going to have to make more services. For example, we're going to need to build parks, and we're going to need to build communications. But a little bit of demand is coming. And actually, we have unlocked Milestone 4, which gives us a good amount of money, some development points, and areas to build. Also, it seems that we've gotten another one of the buildings from the mods I have installed. Now, there are two, or I guess a few versions, and it is pretty much all the same. We can see them over here. And also, I believe we have unlocked a new type of building. I'm not sure what we've unlocked, though, because I don't see another building. But I am sure we will figure it out. Also, we've unlocked offices, and we have quite a few types. Now, I haven't looked at the southwestern low-density offices, so I do think I will build a couple and then go from there. While this office is building in, though, I think we should look into building parks and recreation, and maybe some amount of public transit once we can. Now, as far as parks, we have actually gotten this new area called Landmarks, and it allows us to build this Chinese building, but it is very expensive, so that's not going to be an option. Now, it seems like we have also gotten the Netherlands Holland Heritage Windmill, which, looking at it, seems to be more of a park more than actually doing anything. Now, I do just want to have some amount of parks and green space, and I think a good way to do that would be building the large campfire site. Additionally, I would like to put these small city parks every few areas. Also, now we can create districts, and of course we can build offices as we saw before. And this is our northeastern office. Or no, sorry, this is our southwestern office. And I think it looks pretty cool and definitely would fit the theme much better than these sort of futuristic, not futuristic, but super modern offices that we would have otherwise. There we go. Now we're gonna have a whole line of offices once they all build in. And as we see, our parking along the streets are being used pretty well. And I think it was definitely a good call to have this parking as, again, it's being used and probably wouldn't be able to do what we did without it. Now again, office demand has come back, so I do want to look towards open space to build it on. But seemingly we have very little of that. So I think it makes sense to start expanding up this kind of hill. Just because there are a few things I would like to do with our road options, I do want to look into our progression and just research advanced road services. And I have actually found what we've unlocked, and we've unlocked quite a bit of high density housing, and I do think I want to look into building it, especially this Eastern European low rent housing, as it seems it might fit the theme. Additionally, keeping with the theme we already have, I would like to build the Netherlands low rent housing too. And there we go. That is all of our demand gone, except for industrial, which I think we should look into now. I'm also just seeing the back of these homes for the medium density Netherlands pack, and I do think they look pretty nice. Now I am seeing more high density demand coming back, so I do want to build a little bit of this. Now, to finish up the video, I would like to build just a little more of an industrial area. Anyways, that's the end of this video, and I really want to thank you for watching through the whole thing. It really means a lot. In the meantime, if you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them down below, and have yourself a great day.